back in the world of Shannara, whatever. Melirune
Nara,
is, as you can see, Melirune is still here,
never leaving.
and we are in Arborlon, and we're going to get us some Elfstones if we can help it. So I remember a lot of the stuff in this area in particular. I'm gonna try and go more storyline path than just like getting all the stuff though, because I think that'll be more like entertaining in a way.
Sure.
All right, so here we go, heading inside the house, I guess, um, of the Elesadil family. So you are politely greeted by servants who make you comfortable while you await an audience with the Prince of Arborlon. After a while, you are led to a rather cluttered office. Did you want to do this one, or you want me to?
I'll try this one.
All right.
Good day, travelers. I am Davio, advisor of Arborlon. Welcome to the Elflands. At least I think it's a dude. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it is.
I am Princess Shella of Lee. This is Jack Omsford. This is Brendel.
Yeah, it's basically like an elfified version of like Dave.
Welcome to all of you. How may I help you?
Oh, by the way, keep in mind that this guy, you'll be doing his voice for the rest of the game. He's
I
not
already forgot the
just
voice.
in this town person. So, sub Davio, we needed to speak with Prince Arion.
Prince Arion is very busy right now. May I be of service to you?
So, the Warlock Lord, that Brona guy, yeah, he's kind of back now.
Grave news indeed. I shall send a messenger to King Eventine forthwith. Where is King Eventine? He is leading the army of Arborlon to Stralahalom Plains to rescue his son Ain from the trolls.
So, what should we do now?
Teach me to say that word. I will inform Prince Arion again that you desire an audience with him. In the meantime, you are guests of Arborlon. Go where you like and see the beauty of the Elvish lands.
So, we're seeking some Elfstones, yo.
Never heard of him. My, your task is not an easy one.
Yeah, I know. I could have just gone back to my home, and gotten them from my dad, but Alanon's all, no, you can't do that.
He's not your real dad. What do you mean by that?
Well, he literally isn't. Yeah, that's right.
You are fortunate that I am a scholar and a historian. Elfstones and magic are two areas of my studies, pretty much the only areas. Jack Omsford, was it not your father who last known held the last known set of blue Elfstones? Yeah, I messed that up.
Yes, you did.
Derp derp.
Uh, what do you mean last known?
Just like I said, Elfstones are extremely rare. If the bearer of the stone dies while using them, the stones are destroyed. Over the centuries, most Elfstones have been destroyed or lost to our knowledge.
Yeah, my father did have a set of Elfstones.
And what a set! Shay Humsford was the last person actually to use Elfstones. Don't the elves use them? No, lady. The elves have not used Elfstones for centuries. Most elves do not know they ever existed. Yet everyone here has heard of them.
So, are there other colors Elfstones?
There are several colors. The blue stones that Shay Omsford held were seeking stones. Green were stones of protection. There is even said to be a black elf stone, but I have been unable to ascertain its abilities.
Yeah, and see, this is one thing that actually bugged me in the show was that they did not really touch on the blue stones being seeking stones at all. Like, I think they could have taken out some of the making out and stuff that wasn't in the book at all, and then put in like this sort of thing because I was expecting that, like in the book, so um, that they would have used the blue elf stones to get out of the maze place at the end, safe hold.
Yeah.
Because remember that's what he did in the book was like, hey, let's use these to find our way out. Like they were just like constantly pointing the way out, and then he was blasting magical creatures like crazy. It was awesome.
It was. Good times.
So, where can I find some Elfstones, yo?
What is the difficulty? You see, Jack Armsford, as far as anyone really knows, your father has the only Elfstones in existence.
But Alanon sent us here to find some.
Alanon sent you? That is most interesting indeed. Then perhaps the rhyme of the rune will aid us.
How convenient, there's a thing we can use. To find them, and stuff. So, Alanon said we also needed to find an elf who knew how to use them.
Very few elves ever had the will to use the Elfstones, but the Shannara family had a strong affinity for magic. Jay Elmsford could use the Elfstones because of his Shannara blood.
Huh? Will to use the Elfstones? Huh?
Well, you do have to have a strong will, but, like, with two L's, not one. So, what's this rhyme of the room thing? Rhyme of the rune thing that you mentioned, yo?
One stone, two stone, red stone, blue stone.
Okay, that was good. All right, sorry, go ahead.
That placard on the wall near the fireplace refers to the rune diamonds. They are somehow linked with the Elfstones and the rune rock. I will need to do more research to discover the link between them.
Placard, probably.
So, will you help us find the Elfstones, yo?
I will be honored to help you however I can. There are many ancient books here, and I will look up all available information on the subject. I am certain that the rune rock and the Gardens of Life is somehow tied to your quest.
Really, the rhyme of the rune and the rune rock got something to do with each other? No way! Right, let's take a look here.
One book, two book, red book, blue book.
Red book, blue book, green book, large book.
It's foretold by the prophecy.
That's freaking awesome. What's this parchment? Let's look at it. Oh, it's the rhyme of the runes. How about that? Gotta love it, it's just sitting right there. And apparently it's like a book instead of a thing just sitting on the wall, like it looked like. So let's see. First is elf, and I'm actually gonna write this stuff down so because you can just click on things until it works, but I'd rather not do that. Okay, so elf. I remember where to get them all, but first people, first place, leader of the race. Oh my gosh. Um, next is earth. Solid ground, stable base, molded clay, and rocky place. Um, oh, that's right. This also gives us the hints on where to find it. So, but I think I remember where kind of where it all is. Anyway, um, third is air, rising spirit, sailing soul, a lofty sight with airy goal. What was this guy? It was Prince Arion was the one. This, yeah. Fourth is fire. Fiery strength, destroying dark, rising up to blaze the mark. And I'm making tiny notes to myself to make sure I don't forget. So that because like I'm remembering as I'm putting this down, but fifth is water, streaming clean, healing flows, glistening where the water goes. Yeah, I remember where that one is. Alright, last is life, living, growing, eternity, entrance to the sacred tree.
What is this supposed to mean? Can't read words.
No one is certain, although many scholarly papers have been written about it. It refers to a series of runes that represent the various magical forces.
Well, that elf is its own magical force. Um, okay, so let's see. Let's talk to him again. Is there anything new? Oh, so thanks, old timer.
I am happy to be able to help you.
All right. So, if I remember correctly, or well, let's do this. Let's check over here. So this is the Garden of Life. Oh, here we go.
It's a beautiful garden, isn't it? I've never seen a tree quite like that one.
Look at the tree.
Yep,
This
that's a
must be
tree.
the this must be the fabulous Elker's tree of legend, said to be sacred to the elves. It almost seems like a living person. And what's funny is I'd actually pictured it kind of almost like this, probably partially because of this game, up until I actually read, or not read, until I saw the show, and apparently, I guess, and like I know Terry Brooks had a hand in it and stuff, and I guess he actually wanted it to be like a big, massive, crazy, huge tree, and it kind of like
Brooks was the artist.
works and makes sense that way. But don't want this to get too long, so what we're gonna do is we kind of know what we're needing to do here. Before we check out, we'll just kind of pop in here real quick though. All right, and so this is where we put all of the runes once we get them, and we're gonna get the first one real quick. Let's see, there it is. So here are vines. Let's go ahead and look at them first. A thick array of vines has completely entangled the gates on to the gardens of life. Let's remove them. There they go. There's still a bunch up here, but whatever. And now the gate, we will close it. And life rune. I'm taking it. You remove the life rune from its place on the gate. You have a hard time believing that it has gone unnoticed for so many years, but then remember that most elves are convinced in their hearts that the stories of the runes are just fables. It's easiest to overlook something when you don't believe it exists. You take the life rune. Right, and then I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, okay. Okay, so gate open, because we'll need to get back in there eventually. So we're gonna end it here. Again, as always, thanks for watching. If you did, excuse me. If you did like the video, don't forget to tick that like button and tick that subscribe button as well if you haven't already and want to get updates when new content drops on the channel there. Thanks for all your support on the new videos and everything. And Melly, what should they remember about IRL and stuff?
I don't know.
Okay, well, do
There
remember that
is no IRL.
that's
Only
correct.
AFKs.
That is correct, and you said plural that time. Good job. Um,
Because some of us have more than one keyboard.
almost everybody does. Come on. Y'all have a good one there. Peace out.
See ya.